Would you sell Stevenson in a
Yeah,
redraft format?
yeah.
He is running back 9 in PPR right
Oh
now.
my god, I'd sell the crap out of him. Him and CEH, bundle them together, baby.
Running back at 9.
All right, let's move on. Or you got anything less from this one? I want to get away
No,
from the Browns as fast as I possibly can. So the Jets and the Packers. Another really depressing game to talk about, honestly. Except for, well, let's just get it out of the way. Brees Hall, he's a dog. He's unstoppable. Start him every week. Literally broken out. I don't know
he's
what to say
taken
about
over
him.
that backfield as the lead back. Took him 3 weeks to do it. He has done it. He is here.
Alan Lazard, every week start. He's proven it now. Every single week, he's just good for fantasy. So you can't get away from Alan Lazard. Beyond that, I mean, Romeo Dobbs, I do like him a lot. He's been leading in routes run and in targets. He's playing a crap load of snaps, and with the Randall Cobb gone, I do like Romeo Dobbs too, but I don't know if you can trust him week in and week out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I would much rather put my faith in Lazard at this moment in time, but Dobbs is that
Higher
high
ceiling.
ceiling breakout opportunity. He's getting the targets.
Lazard will
I'll take
get
Dobbs with
you
9 targets.
12 to 15 points every week too, though. That's why he's so valuable.
Yeah, I recommended starting Lazard over T. Higgins, and Higgins did have a lot of targets in a
They were
decent
both good
game.
starts. How
Yep.
about that? And I won anyway, so it's all Gucci.
Oh yeah. He's just a player that like Higgins. It made me nervous. I love him if
I
he's
don't
out there and
blame
ready to
you.
go.
Yeah, that's why I even considered it. Is because of that.
Yeah,
And then on
but
the
him
other,
getting
oh,
a
sorry,
bunch
go
of
ahead.
targets was cool too. No, you're good.
I guess we should talk about their running backs too, since we talked about Brees Hall. They've been disappointing, but I still believe. AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. I still think they could be good this year. Staying
Yeah, there
patient.
will be games like this where they both get like 10 points or whatever. There'll be games where one of them has a better game than the other. It's just who is going to be that guy, and I feel like Aaron Jones is has more of an opportunity to be the guy than AJ Dillon.
Higher ceiling for sure. A much higher ceiling. Just the passing game alone, and just him being quick. AJ Dillon is like a grinder. I like
Hmm.
AJ Dillon, but I would buy low on either one that I could right now.
Absolutely.
I would. I would take Ramondre Stevenson, and I would try to get AJ Dillon plus for him if I could. I'd
Yeah,
get
because
AJ
AJ
Dillon and a
Dillon.
receiver for Ramondre Stevenson. AJ Dillon is running back 30, and Ramondre Stevenson's running back 9. You know, and I would rather have AJ Dillon rest of the season. I think. And if I'm buying Aaron Jones, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but I still would try to buy Aaron Jones.
Yeah, it would be.
They're
I don't
low,
think
and it's only
the
because
Aaron
of
Jones owner is
perspective
as disappointed with Aaron Jones.
as the AJ Dillon, right?
And reminded Ray would look nice to add to a team right now if he is that guy. Just like for trade bait.
Mm-hmm.
I would purchase Ramondre, but I wouldn't want to pay running back 9 value. I wouldn't want to pay running back 20 value.
I wouldn't purchase Ramondre for the price he is right now for sure.
Yeah.
People are going to want too much for him coming off the big week against the Browns. I would definitely sell him though, because I would want a lot coming off the big week against the Browns. But anyways, so we need to talk about the most depressing part of this entire game, and that is the receiving core for the Jets.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Zach Wilson.
Well, that is ties right on in. It's kind of the same thing. Zach
It's just
Wilson,
bad.
they win games somehow, so they're gonna keep doing whatever it is that this even is that they're doing on offense. And Elijah Moore got you a goose. And Garrett Wilson, he played the least amount of snaps of the big three receivers. He ran the least amount of routes and had the most targets. Corey Davis led in snaps, ran the most routes, and only had 3 targets. Elijah Moore, 32 snaps, 14 routes runs, total goose. No targets, nothing. How do we even begin to break this down with Barrios starting to play into a Moore's slot role too? It's like, I guess Corey Davis is playing wide receiver 1 for him right now, but Garrett Wilson is out targeting him. I don't know. Help me, Randy. Help me.
Don't start anybody besides Brees Hall on the Jets. Maybe Michael
Yeah.
Carter if you're
Uh,
hurt and people are on bias.
Joe Flacco, please come back.
But you can't. I can't start
Baby,
Garrett
come
Wilson. I
back.
can't start Corey Davis. I'm trying to pick up Corey Davis, but not to start,
Yeah,
just to
but
see.
if he's gonna be the number 1 receiver, oh man, if only. If only Joe Flacco could come back. I never thought I'd ever say that, but
It's a night
man,
and day
it's
difference.
so much better for the receiving game. I mean, it goes from Garrett Wilson being an almost auto start to I can't even start him. I literally cannot start Garrett Wilson now. That's just
Yeah,
so
3
depressing.
weeks, 6, 5, and 1 point
And look
from
before
10, 30, and
Yeah,
12.
exactly. It's so bad. I think the last thing we gotta do is go over the tight ends, and the Jets tight ends are also suffering from the Zach Wilson experience, and they're also playing literally half the snaps each Uzama and Conklin. So start neither. The Jets offense
It
is
is
very
literally the Zach
depressing.
Wilson treatment. Tyler Conklin, first 3 weeks, 10, 10, 16 points, then 8, 0, 2.
Well, Uzama came back from injury too, but yes, it's both.
It seems like it correlates the first 3 weeks.
Oh yeah,
People's numbers are looking nice.
everyone's. Even Elijah Moore, he wasn't playing great, but he was still 7 targets, 5 targets, 9 targets. You know. Oh well.
Yep, stay away
I
from
think
that
Flacco
shit.
played against Pittsburgh too, but they struggled. I don't really remember though, and honestly, it just makes me sick to keep talking about this. So let's just talk about the tight ends and get out of here. Oh, we already did about the one side. Okay, yeah, Tunyon, target monster. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
He's
about
so hit
Tunyon.
or miss, but with tight end,
Yep.
you can almost feel comfortable starting him. I mean, just as comfortable as a lot of other guys.
Yes,
He's
sir.
not one of those must starts, but he's a can start.
Yep. Especially with a good matchup, and if with Cobb out, if Christian Washington were to miss more time, he'd be almost a must start. You know.
Yep.
Okay, so Jacksonville and Indy. This is a weird one, a very, very weird one. 34-27, Indy wins, and Matt Ryan threw the ball 58 times. 58 attempts for Matt Ryan.
No interceptions.
No interceptions and 3 touchdowns against Jacksonville. Not bad.
Trevor Lawrence was hyper efficient, only throwing the ball 22 times, completing 20 of his passes.
With a touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns. He had a great day. Both the quarterbacks
Yeah,
had great
both
days.
quarterbacks.
So moving forward, I think next week Ryan plays Tennessee. It's a good start, and I think Trevor Lawrence is a good bench quarterback. If you have like a quarterback you're not so sure about, if I had Russell Wilson, I'd love to have Trevor Lawrence. You know, if I had Derek Carr, I'd like to have Trevor Lawrence. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so he's a stashable quarterback for sure. Matt Ryan is a week in and week out possible start based on matchups, and I think next week might be one of those matchups with Tennessee. So keep that in mind. And moving on to the running backs, Travis Etienne. As usual, 10 carries, 86 yards, only getting 10 carries. Somehow, James Robinson gets 2 more carries than him, and he only gets 54 yards. As usual, Etienne looks like the best player on the Jaguars team. And he gets no volume, so nice, right?
Yeah, the last 2 weeks, 20 carries for 156, 57 yards. Like over 7.5 yards per carry. You'd think that his volume would go up a little bit, but it's not.